just holds it up. Got Benjamin Šeško. Šeško again! Fernandes, Dorgu again. Patrick Dorgu! Oh, he has hit a belter! And Manchester United...
January 2026. Manchester United were in chaos. Ruben Amorim had just been sacked after a humiliating defeat. The dressing room was unstable, the fans were angry, and the season looked like it was falling apart. Then suddenly, a quiet man stepped forward. Not a famous manager, not a tactical revolutionary, just a former midfielder, Michael Carrick. He would only manage Manchester United for 3 games, but in those 3 games, he did something that made many fans ask one simple question. Did Manchester United let the wrong man walk away? When Carrick took charge of Manchester United, the club was in one of its most fragile moments in the post-Sir Alex Ferguson era. The 4-1 defeat to Watford had exposed everything that was wrong with the team. Defensive structure was collapsing, the midfield lacked control, and the team often looked like a group of talented individuals rather than a coherent system. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had lost the dressing room. The board had no immediate replacement ready, and suddenly, responsibility fell on someone who had never managed a professional team before, Michael Carrick. For years, Carrick had been known as the quiet brain of Manchester United's midfield. He wasn't loud, he wasn't dramatic, but he understood football at a deeper level than most players. Now, for the first time, he would have to prove it from the touchline. Carrick's first match as caretaker manager came in the Champions League against Villarreal. At the time, this felt almost unthinkable. Ronaldo was the club's biggest star and had already rescued United multiple times in the Champions League that season. But Carrick made the decision anyway. It wasn't about reputation, it was about structure. Carrick wanted a team that could defend compactly and transition quickly. And the plan worked. United played with discipline, patience, and tactical clarity. Late in the game, Carrick brought Ronaldo on, and just like so many times before, Ronaldo scored. Manchester United won 2-0 in Spain. But the most interesting part wasn't the result. It was how different United looked. More organized, more controlled. For the first time in weeks, the team actually looked balanced. Carrick's second match might have been even more difficult. Chelsea, at Stamford Bridge. At the time, Chelsea, under Thomas Tuchel, were one of the most dominant teams in Europe. Many expected Manchester United to collapse under pressure. Instead, Carrick surprised everyone again. Rather than trying to match Chelsea's possession game, Carrick chose a pragmatic approach, a compact defensive block, disciplined positioning, quick counterattacks. United allowed Chelsea to control the ball, but they denied them space. Every play, Chelsea eventually equalized through a penalty, but the final score was 1-1, and tactically, it was one of United's most disciplined performances of the season. For the first time in months, Manchester United looked like a team that actually knew what it was doing. One last night at Old Trafford. Carrick's final match in charge came against Arsenal. Old Trafford felt different that night. They were quicker, and the midfield looked more organised. The match turned into an intense battle, but eventually Manchester United won 3-2. Cristiano Ronaldo scored the winning goal. The stadium erupted, and Carrick had now managed 3 matches. 2 wins, 1 draw, 0 defeats. For a man with no managerial experience, It was an impressive introduction. But what happened next surprised everyone. After the Arsenal match, Manchester United officially appointed Ralf Rangnick as interim manager. Many expected Carrick to stay as part of the coaching staff. After all, he had already been working with the team for years. But Carrick made a different decision. He chose to leave the club entirely. It was a quiet exit. No dramatic press conference, no long farewell speech, just a calm statement explaining that the timing felt right. For many fans, it was puzzling. Why would someone walk away after such a promising start? Mind of a midfielder. To understand Carrick as a coach, you have to understand him as a player. Throughout his career, Carrick was never the loudest presence on the pitch, but he was always the one controlling the rhythm of the game. He understood space, he understood timing, and most importantly, he understood balance. Those same principles appeared in his short. After leaving Manchester United, Carrick took his first real managerial job at Middlesbrough, and that's where his coaching reputation truly began to grow. He implemented a clear style of play, possession-based football, structured positioning, intelligent movement. Under Carrick, Middlesbrough quickly transformed into one of the most exciting teams in the Championship. Many analysts began to notice something interesting. Michael Carrick wasn't just a promising coach. He might be one of the most intelligent young managers in English football. Final reflection. 3 matches are not enough to judge a manager's career, but sometimes short moments reveal big truths. In just 8 days, Michael Carrick showed calm leadership in a crisis. He made bold decisions, he improved the team's structure, and he left with an unbeaten record. Maybe it was only a small chapter in Manchester United's history, but it was also a reminder of something important. Sometimes the best football minds aren't the loudest ones. They're the quiet thinkers. The players who understood the game long before they ever became managers. And if Michael Carrick's early coaching career is any indication, this story might only be just beginning.